What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas LMA, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And you know what day it is. It's Thursday. It's just a fan. So,
you could be the umpteenth.
Today we have... So today we have some interesting topics. We know the topic going crazy recently is the Jay-Z versus Weezy debate. Bing bong, Jay-Z said that nobody can touch him in the verses. People saying Weezy. We gonna talk about it. Of course, we got other topics. Of course, we got what game we are looking for in 2022. New games coming out. We want to know what the topic is. Batman and Morbius, two Bat people coming out early 2022. We're going to talk about our expectations, predictions, and all those things that happen. And, you know, we got the squad with us. Up top, we got the one, the only, Munray. How you feeling today, Munray?
What's up, representative of the Broker Good Dudes, back again to drop some of this hot fire on Just a Fan. Don't stop being a fan on my account, because what I'm going to tell you, you might not like, but you're going to understand. That's all I got to say.
No, I switched it up.
He switched it up on you. And to the top.
Change it up.
To the top right. Up the one and only best on the mic. We have Uniqo Williams, host of Do You Hear Me? How you doing today, my guy?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm getting over a little bit of a bug from over the holidays, a little bug, but it's cool. We're gonna be all right. Hopefully, we got an appetite because we rhyming tonight. Ain't that right?
We all changing up.
Bars, nigga. I mean, dang, is it too much?
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yellow check inbound.
That's Joe fault. And to our right, we have the one, the only local neighborhood scumbag. I don't know what the beginning is since we don't have friendly no more. T Rams, aka Afro Comedy 765.
You already know, back to basics, local neighborhood scumbag. Here to talk trash and keep it moving. You already know.
As I said, we have had a debate. It's been going crazy in the group chats. Everybody talking about it. Twitter, every place is just going crazy with the topic. Jay-Z said no one can do a verse with him. We saw Kanye. People been saying Kanye. I saw a few people saying Kanye. Kanye said he'll never go against his boss. A lot of people said Wayne. So the discussion is up. I saw a few people say Nas, but I don't know everybody's thoughts.
What?
On this. So we're gonna start out with the man up top to the top right of everybody, Uniqo Williams. Uniqo. Does Wayne have a shot against Jay-Z?
These are the two parameters that we're looking at today. Well, if this were to happen, if you tell me that it's going to be Lil Wayne albums versus Jay-Z albums, Jay-Z, we smoking that Weezy pack, point blank, period. Don't even go up there with him on that. If we're talking that Lil Wayne uses mixtapes, we're having a good conversation. Wayne might edging, but if we talking about the straight up albums that's on the billboards and all that, yeah, and album to album, Jay-Z got it, point blank, period. And you know. But again, there was a point in time when Lil Wayne killed everybody's own song, and that's something that you gotta give him that.
There were Jay-Z beats in there too.
There was absolutely. Show me what you got, little lady. Yeah,
I was about to say what Wayne,
and he killed that. He killed that, by the way.
Yeah,
he should have
murdered,
but he didn't. And then. I just think that's foolish. Nas don't have albums worth of materials to stand on. That's a silly suggestion. Kanye, that would be such a weird versus if Kanye was on there, because it would have to be all production and all that stuff. Like Jay-Z's side of the stage, it would just be like just chill, and he might want like
with the verses. Isn't it just 20 songs though?
Jay-Z would need like a live band or something somewhere in there. But Kanye would need like a whole thing so he could rant sometimes.
A whole orchestra.
he needs some kind of stunt action or
Gospel
something.
choir.
Yeah, that'd be a funny stage. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts on it.
That'd be an expensive versus.
It will be very expensive. Like Timbaland is not getting his money back off of this at all. Like it's all spent.
Nope, the recoup
Kanye's
is lost.
production team. There's no way.
If Ye and Hove go.
They can sell out crypto. They can sell out the crypt. It's not happening. Timbaland's still gonna owe money just for putting that on.
So
Swiss Beats gonna get out of there.
Swiss getting out of that one. He's not partnering up with that one.
So we gotta go southern. So we gotta go a little bit more south. So we want to ask Monterey, Jay-Z, Weezy, thoughts.
I'm more or less with.
I'm from the food too, so don't start. Don't start.
I'm more or less with my boy Uniqo on that. I don't feel like Wayne can go with Hove on a. I don't feel like he can go with him on a versus unless you include the mixtapes.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's gonna get interesting. I'd say the same thing for like, not mixtape wise, but I'd say the same thing for Kanye. I feel like Kanye, it'd be good for a little while on a lot of the early music, but after a while, it'd be like, okay, once you get stuff like the later albums like Yeezus and once you get to that point, it'd be like, you know what, it ain't gonna hold. Now to be fair, I wouldn't put neither one of them against Jay-Z. The one that I would put against Jay-Z would be Eminem. That would be who I put against Jay-Z because it'd be arguably.
I don't think people want to hear that.
Because I think it'd be people who feel like you have somebody who feels as though they're one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time, versus one who a lot of people believe is the greatest of all time. I wouldn't mind
that. Is a good.
person.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good versus though. If you want to go album for album,
because I promise you, Eminem got the catalog to go with this man.
He got a catalog.
I would go with him. But like as far as the other ones, like Wayne, I prefer Wayne go against Drake. I done said that from the beginning. I want Wayne to go against Drake in the verse. That would. I don't
know if anyone wants the Drake smoke.
But because I'd love seeing that. I mean, it'd just be like two brothers going against each other almost. I want that one.
But didn't they have a whole Weezy versus Drake tour back in the day?
Somebody like that. So against Hove, Hove, the only one I want to see would probably be Eminem.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Go listen to Eminem album. They did not age well. I'm just gonna tell y'all that.
They sound crazy.
They do not age
I was gonna say
at all.
They sound crazy.
I was gonna say when he stopped, like his best work was his first 2 or 3 albums. Marshall Mathers LP and Eminem LP. Those two were.
He got features though.
Them is his 2 best albums. You can't play any song on there on verses. Period. So
what you gonna play? Legacy down a verse? This is my legacy.
Yes, he can't play another song on verses.
They can't. He can't play his best songs on verses. So
some of them,
you can't have it.
Come on.
You can't. The subject matter, man.
That's why I said I would love to see it. Even though I don't even think Eminem would ever get on the verse. To be fair, I really don't think he would just carry.
No, I don't think he would.
I would love to see it, but I know it wouldn't happen.
Now, if you talking to Stan versus Stans, this going crazy. The arguments in the chat gonna go crazy in it. So they got hard.
No, but M got some skills though, yo.
He do, but that music.
He's just had the same skill set for a long time. But it's a crazy skill set.
That music don't.
I got to add in this because Future decided to put out that he feels as though he could beat Jay-Z. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. So they're just going to go ahead and kill that argument right there. I'm sorry, ATL. That ain't the way.
20 March Madness is coming up.
You're going to kill it.
Tor. What are your thoughts on the debate of nobody can beat Jay-Z?
Just one quick joke. Future is just gonna have to have Drake just stay on the stage with him the whole time. Just the whole time.
He had to, bruh. It'd be a dope concert. Any Future verses would be a lit concert.
But Drake would be sweating more than anybody on that whole stage because he carries. Anyway, you got it, man.
Yeah, he would be. He carry it whole way. I think in the Wayne versus Ho discussion, I think what we're missing is like a generation. I think from a generational point of view, I feel like Wayne could pull out a bigger win than he could pull out a win because I feel like Lil Wayne is ingrained in the newer generation a lot more so than Hove is. So I feel like from the younger standpoint, because like I look at it, you could almost have like the Jeezy Gucci situation. You got a bunch of people saying Jeezy won, but then you look at Atlanta where they're both from, and the majority of people there, they say Gucci won, and then you look at the world at whole. I mean, we could have a surprise washout performance like the Lox versus Dipset.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because Wayne, I feel like, I don't know how Wayne's aged performance-wise. I feel like Jay-Z's probably a lot fresher on stage than Wayne is, just because Wayne's lived a rough life. I mean, so is Jay-Z, but I mean, the difference in the past decade has been Weezy's been to prison a couple of times in the last decade. Jay-Z, not so much. The drug usage, definitely difference, but sometimes that makes some people better on stage. I can look at a lot of concerts but I think from my point of view, I'd feel like Wayne could win it. Like, just saying that he couldn't would be crazy to me, because it's a versus, so it's 20 songs. We're not even, because we've seen people who try to use like whole albums in their verses, and it just doesn't resonate with the crowd. I feel like Wayne could play up a crowd more. It all depends on where the crowd's at too. That's another. There's so many. I just feel like you can never count out Lil Wayne, in my opinion.
That is.
So even though I know majority of people would say Jay-Z'd win that hands down, but I mean, if you look at it from all the different perspectives, I think it'd be crazy to say, because there's no one that I think's unbeatable in verses, except for maybe Drake.
Keep in mind that versus has been tailored towards people that was born like in the mid 90s and down.
Very true.
So maybe the people that love the
you sound like Tony Khan, Joe. Key demo. The key demo
is gonna go with Jay-Z, where you have, the youngsters. They gonna know the lollipop than Wayne and On, when we know the hottest nigga.
Hey, I feel like the Carter 2, people sleep on the Carter 2, one of the best rap albums ever, period, point blank. I feel like
agreed.
Ever, out of everything, I'd say the Carter 2 is one of my favorite albums of all time. No skips, none.
Agreed.
Actually, now that I think about it, T-Rams brings up a good point, because most of the time we thinking of verses like we're comparing their entire body of work to another person's entire body of work. But if you break the verses down as somebody just do 20 of their songs versus 20 of another songs, that changes it entirely, because Wayne could do 20 really good songs.
You gotta remember that can
not
use
hard.
too.
So like, if
and
you
Wayne
compare
got the
20 songs to 20 songs
for days,
that could be anybody's game when it comes. Now, if I think of it that way, heck yeah, Wayne could win that, because just 20 songs.
That's what I was saying, bro.
Shoot, Drake could win that. Not realistically, but I'm just saying, like,
Drake can beat
make 20 songs
in verses.
They best songs and put that against somebody else doing. Like, it is not hard for that in that instance. Now, if we just do a whole body of work, that's different, and that's what everybody's thinking of it. Everybody thinking of, like, let me do that whole body of work. Then no, Jay-Z got like too many stuff.
But that's not the way it'll go down.
Just 20 songs, man. Now I see why Future say he got a shot. Future think it's smart, man. That was not gonna learn. Future think outside the box. But that's the way.
Future gonna win March Madness and nothing else.
Just March Madness 20 times.
Well, that's almost his catalog.
20 songs. That's a whole other monster right there.
You have to replay March Madness.
Diamonds, and they dancing.
Still can't mess with them, but y'all can have it.
My thoughts on that is,
hey, Future's a legend regardless.
My thing is, Wayne could win and probably will win. Let me explain. First off, Wayne BET performances is what made the BET Awards. When Wayne stopped performing at the BET Awards, we stopped watching.
That is true. I ain't never thought.
He ain't lying though.
Wayne's had some epic BET performances.
Okay, my second thing, it's only 20 songs. You include features. Some of them features
Yeah.
will be Drake features. Some of them will be Nicki features.
Right.
And that can fight off the Jay-Z stan fan base.
Boy, at least 3 to 4 of them songs are Drake features. At least 3
Bro,
to 4.
Drake on at least a quarter of this set list.
And we're gonna have a
On
problem with
Wayne's
that.
side.
We're gonna have a problem with that.
You can't though. That's the game.
Nicki gonna be on the other part because he brought both of them
Yeah.
in. And
More
they
problems.
will
More
actually
issues.
show up for Wayne because they will always show up for Wayne.
Oh yeah, they will. They'll actually pull up.
Yeah,
Because
they will do that.
I think I know what Joe gonna say, but I know for 100% fact what Drake and Nicki will show up. I'm not sure Kanye and Rihanna will show up as much. So
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that'll if Rihanna come out of hiding,
the Navy coming to
Hey, she might come for Eminem. I don't know. Love the way you lie. That shit.
it's not the same as
on.
Kevin. It's not the same as Kevin Durant going with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Man, he couldn't stand toe to toe with Jay-Z. He had to bring out Nicki Minaj and Drake, that's a 3-headed monster. Let's not get it wrong. But Jay-Z gonna come out with a bar.
Jay-Z's supposed to be the pinnacle, though.
Jay-Z to come
So it shouldn't really matter.
He may.
I was about to
It's
say,
easy.
we
It's
ain't
3 on
saying
3.
he don't get
Which,
no
by the way,
features. Because Jay got epic features, too. Like,
Which, by the way, will
but I'm
break
saying
the
if you
internet.
break it down, bro, Lil Wayne got a lot of tools to
Which will
win,
br- which will-
perception-wise,
will-
which is all that really matters in the music industry at the end of the day.
By the way, if that
I'm
actually
saying cheating.
happened, that would break the internet. If it was Kanye, Jay-Z, and Rihanna versus Nicki, Drake
and Wayne.
that would.
That's why I was saying like 20 songs.
Hey.
20
That's
songs
cheating.
could go either way, to be honest. 20
That's
songs
cheating.
is
That
not
would
much.
go
But
viral.
you know
viral.
who'd win that?
By the way, I want to say this. I
20 songs are
want to
hard,
say,
bro.
hold up, everybody, stop. I need to have my new thing. I gotta tell y'all this right now. If Eminem win against Jay-Z, the only song y'all got is Renegade. That's all I want to say.
Ooh, Renegade's so fire, though.
Eminem.
The disrespect, though.
Eminem fans, all they say in the whole comment section between them was Renegade. Eminem killed Jay-Z and Renegade. I'm like, bro, that's the only song y'all bringing up. Jay-Z and Eminem was on Renegade together. Who won the battle? I'm like, bro.
Eminem ate in that
He
song.
did eat in that song.
Hey, he did.
Eminem ate. Would I say that he killed Jay-Z in his own song?
Renegade.
It's debatable.
Renegade
Bruh.
fired, dog.
It's very debatable.
Renegade
I
fired.
was about to say.
And then if he went against Wayne,
It's
what would be
very
that
debatable.
Rockstar song?
Shout out to Jay for not
Right up
changing
and
his
jumping
verse.
on
though,
your
if
head.
he heard it
That's all
beforehand.
they'll bring up them 2 songs. I'm like, bro, play My Name Is right now in 2020. I'm telling you, it don't hit the same. Unless
He's not getting on
I
verses,
still
man.
play
It's
it,
over.
bro. It still ring off for me.
His verses will have to be on
By the way-
4chan. It'll have
by
to
the
be
way, I
on
want
4chan
everybody to
verses.
know-
Like, ain't no
I want
way.
everybody know that.
Bro,
Ain't no way.
I don't know how much play Eminem getting on 4chan.
I'm telling y'all the honest
He
truth,
might
bro.
not.
Tory half white. His half
Then it
white
would be
side is
Eminem.
talking. And My Name Is just not getting to play in no streets.
No, it's gonna be on 4chan with Early Odd Future. Early Odd Future versus Eminem.
Hey,
That's a
I
versus
I always
4chan
love Early
only.
Odd Future. The OF tapes volume 1 and 2 are both classics in my opinion. Sonically, they're classics. Even if you add in the crazy subject matter, the sound.
We're talking strictly
is-
lyrics. Strictly lyrics,
It's-
man.
bruh.
There's only one place that battle can happen, and that's the dark internet, because that's not flying on
Yeah,
anybody's internet.
That'd be the latest 4chan versus ever. Odd Future
I-
versus
I-
Eminem.
I'd watch it. I would watch it because I
Hey,
would know
that'd
every
be
word.
fire.
I would know every
Shout
word.
out Earl Sweatshirt though. Earl Sweatshirt just put out new music, which is super dope because he's a mad underrated in my opinion. Earl Sweatshirt's one of the best lyricists in the last decade, I feel like. But
I can agree.
that's just off the back of the Odd Future talk. That goes nowhere. But
It's getting a little weird, but he's a little different now.
By the way, I want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all, and we're going to the next topic now. But before we get off the topic, let me tell y'all.
What the fuck? What the fuck kind of transition is that?
segue.
Listen,
nigga.
somehow
Nice
we got to 4chan. I had a segue, and then it got off topic. So like we gonna just go to the next topic. Okay.
First of all, I want to thank y'all. So the milk prices is what?
Yeah, milk price is high. Stop inflation right now.
They,
Stop inflation.
I was gonna say the dumb went up.
Stop inflation right now. My audience gonna be like, what is going
Capitalism,
on with
y'all.
this channel now? He got a new toy. He don't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I literally just watched you zoom in on yourself, which I presume that's what you did. You just always wanted to try that.
Hey,
okay,
let's
anyway, go ahead, man. Play with your
Get the
toys,
shots
man. Go
in.
ahead. He had a good Christmas, y'all.
It's lit.
Like, I hear a bunch of background music and all kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
The production value going up. People just keep tuned
It's
in.
going way up. I feel blessed. By the way, tell us your thoughts in the comments. I'm gonna have a little poll up on the Spotify or Anchor Music and all that stuff. I'm gonna have a little poll up. So answer the question: who do y'all think will win, Jay-Z or Lil Wayne? Tell us your thoughts. We'll revisit it one day if it actually happens. But next topic is: what game are you looking forward to in 2022? Monte, let me know what game you looking forward to, my guy.
Man, let me say this even before everybody goes, that 2022 could be one of the greatest years in gaming history because the lineup is it almost make you cry. It really will. Even though I know it's gonna be some delays, I know it's gonna be some pushbacks. I already know, but just looking on paper, it could possibly be one of the greatest years in gaming history. I will say that now. If everything comes out, there's no way all of them can flop. There is no way. So, just to get that out there, and we can go through the listing of games, or y'all can look yourselves. I am looking forward to Elden Ring. I am a Souls player. I am a Soulsborne player. I love everything that From Software puts their hands on. Them mugs make gold out of shit. I don't care. That game looks beautiful. I mean, it looks amazing. An open world Dark Souls game. I mean, it is amazing. I'm gonna rage.
That sounds frustrating, though.
I might lose about 2 to 3 controllers. My TV might have a crack in it. Like, my neighbors might complain about me.
Talking.
I do not care. That game looks amazing. It is everything a Souls player could want. My mouth is watering at possibly looking at all the open bosses and everything. That game looks good. From Software haven't missed in the better part of 5 to 10 years. The only game that was questionable was Dark Souls 2, which wasn't even made by them. They just published it. Every other game they made, like Bloodborne's amazing. Like all of those games have been.
I only
really,
like Bloodborne because it came out on my birthday. Fun fact.
You don't like it. That mug is one of PlayStation's greatest hits.
No, I like it. It came out on my birthday. It was just hard. Those games are frustrating. Dark Souls is frustrating.
They're not easy, but like once you learn the curve, man, that game is made. So I know it's not gonna be for everybody, but the game is really, really nice looking, and I cannot wait to play it. That's my most anticipated game. It comes out in February, so I ain't gotta wait long, so I can't wait. Oh, I would love that game. I think I watched the trailer, man. I want that game. Like, I can do a wind scar and a Kamehameha wave with my main character. You cannot tell me that this game is not gonna be good. I want
if you don't get one shot at in between.
I don't care. I fired a Kamehameha wave. My life is settled now. My life is complete.
Yeah, it's just to list some games coming out. Dying Light 2 is coming out February 4th. Elden Ring is coming out February 25th. Saints Row, August 23rd. Final Fantasy Origin, March 18th. A game I'm really looking forward to, Starfield, is coming out in November. See if Bethesda can recreate Skyrim in space as they promised. Gotham Knights, Baldur's Gate 3, and many more just coming out.
That could be dope.
You got Monster Hunter Rise to the PC, and some PC getting some games. You got, like I said, Final Fantasy Origins. All those games are coming out pretty early next year, so we got a lot to look forward to. And so I want to ask Joe, what games are you looking forward to after I named a few?
I'm gonna go with God of War Ragnarok.
It does look cold.
I enjoy the story. even when it was just a hack and slash, I still enjoyed the challenging of the gods and making your own fate. And then it was like, all right, so that was cute. So now you about to go to Viking land and do Viking stuff. And hey,
Shout
I'm
out to
interested.
early in-game nudity.
I really like
Good
I
times.
like mythology in IRL. So to give us these variations on these stories that we know so well, you know, like wasn't that such a twist when Hera was basically the slave of Hercules, but not like how we know him to have. It's just I liked it,
They
and
put the
so
twist on it.
they put a twist on it. And they've done a great job, and I am very interested to see what Dad of Boy has to offer us. Also, we know it's in the beta stage, but the Dragon Ball Fortnite Survivor game, I'm definitely excited. But again, it's in the beta stage. But I don't. I feel like that should be a free to play game that you should be able to just download at this point, like Fortnite, because I don't see a point. Like I'm looking at it, you have a map where Namek is already there, and on the other side is like the capital city where Boma and them live at, and then there's like the desert where Yamcha came from. Like it's all on one map, so make it free to play.
Where are we going?
Let's not make it. Let's not put this on a disc. Let's just let everybody play it for free like Fortnite, and then we can buy the skins to be Goku and them and run from Cell for whatever reason that Goku would ever run from Cell. So yeah, and I'm intrigued. Those are my two games that I'm looking forward to.
Or
I'd say I'm looking to see if we get a redemption story on WWE 2K22 because we all know how big of a failure 2K20 was. Let's not.
didn't even get a new game for a year because it was such bad. It was so bad.
I was going to say they had to skip a year. It was so bad. So I'm looking to see if we get redemption there. I'm also the AEW game. I'm looking because it's the only place that Tony Khan's losing money. At least that we can see. So I'm hoping I'm ready to see that because we all know I'm a wrestling nerd. So of course I'm looking forward to these wrestling games and whether they will be good or whether they'll be horrible. I'll play them either way, and Twitter and you guys will know regardless. So
as far as wrestling games go, as long as you can like somehow still unlock Attitude Era, Triple H, and Stone Cold, and all that, that's literally the only reason I play those. That's and I'm okay. Like I'm okay with that. I'm like, just as long as I can be Attitude Era people and like relive those matches and stuff, I'm content with that because I don't see myself getting Daniel Bryanson or Brian Daniels or anybody and just like going down career mode and all that stuff. I can't. Let me just turn it on and have a little fun.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I'm all the way in there.
Well, I spent.
It's just it's the same as regular 2K. You're just wrestling and not playing basketball.
That's fair. I played these games before. They're the same.
All the stat forums, all the you don't want no lame creator wrestler. You don't want no wrestler with your name getting dropped on his head because you didn't put your stats in the right place.
Yeah, one of my favorite features in those old games like No Mercy was I spent like.
And they're bringing back general manager mode for this one supposedly, so that's a big thing because it's been complained about since they took it out. So it's dope if they bring back general manager mode and they do it right and they let me set up my shows the way I want to. Bring back the factions. We need more than just tag teams. Bring back your faction cutscenes. They're supposedly fixing all these problems, so I'm honestly excited. 2K22 could be
the wrestling game that,
or I guess it'd be 2K23 the way they number them, wouldn't it? Would it be since it's because I think they put them out a year later. However, either way,
they can just put the same year now.
I'm looking forward to
the biggest thing for me with wrestling game was I used to spend hours just making an entrance, and I feel like it's been less fun.
Yeah,
now.
That's one of the funnest
I feel like the
parts.
last few games have been less fun to make the entrance.
It has. just clunky. Just adding scenes together and the music layover
I
is
feel
weird.
like they just made it where they try to make you pick an automatic old school one and just add like the beginning instead of like making you actually edit it. Like, oh, I want to walk and
Make you actually
no
play
mercy.
and-
I would just make somebody like, I want you to go to the right first and then do exactly what I want. But now I feel like they're trying to make me
Yeah, but No Mercy was on the turning point. That was when games were getting the boost. Then, you know what I mean? It was the big turning point in the technology before everything got.
SmackDown versus Raw 2007. That's a lot of people's favorite game. So
I think as far as 2Ks go, the last one that was really good, I'd have to say that was like playable, good. Like it's probably 2K18, maybe 19, but 20 was unplayable, and even with the patches they've put on it, it is just barely playable.
Mine probably still Here Comes the Pain.
That's why that's why you can get it in the PlayStation Store for $9.99. You know, it's extra cheap. But hopefully, like I said, they're saying they 2K22 or 23, whichever they've been talking about, it's going to be amazing. So hopefully it is, or it won't be. But either way,
another thing is I'll go ahead and throw out a few other games. You know, it has a 2022 listing. They just haven't announced the month for them. You know, you got Bayonetta 3. You got
that could be fire.
Did you
guys like Bayonetta 2?
Yes. The remastering of Destroy Our Humans 2. And of course, you got Hogwarts Legacy. And then people who love Nintendo, I can't wait for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. All of them be 2022.
And they got Hyrule Warriors 3 coming out, don't they? Something
and you know,
like
new
that.
Pokemon game coming.
Possibly.
Because
a lot.
They got to put a Pokemon game out every year.
Nintendo always puts pressure on them. I'm gonna have to buy a Switch just because.
That comes out next month.
They got to put out a Pokemon game every year to get their bread.
No, Pokemon games every
comes out next month. I actually want to see that.
They'll put out a phone game at least. They'll put out a phone game. They gonna get one out a year. What's that phone game we had in 2019? What's that phone game?
People still playing Pokemon Go.
It wasn't Go. It was the other one. It was another phone game they put out.
Oh, the one that Moist Critical did the video on and showed that it was just pay to win, and it was just a bunch of little kids that were getting trashed. I cannot remember the name, but I know the game you're talking about.
That game was like they wouldn't give you. It was like you become a gym leader or some weird crap.
Bruh, you literally just pay. You literally just pay for the little upgrades, and then it's auto battling. So you just pay for the upgrades, and then. So you just got to stomp a bunch of little kids that were really trying to put together.
See, I had to tell people that because they were like, "What about 2019?" No, they had a mobile game come out in 2019. They had a mobile game. I'm not stupid. They got a game come out every year. They gonna have one. But my game I'm looking most forward to.
But it's Nintendo, bro.
The game
that Japanese work ethic, bro. They fucking dang F-bomb, but. Nonetheless, I got thinking about Nintendo in there. Man.
Okay.
Stubborn. Nintendo is stubborn, bro.
They do what they do, Nintendo. But the game I'm looking forward to the most is Starfield. Why? This game gonna either be one of the greatest games ever played, or it's gonna be complete trash. Because Bethesda don't know how to do nothing else. So I'm very interested to see what is this.
It's hit or miss with Bethesda. And with all the controversy that went on inside of Bethesda, wasn't it with the whole Me Too movement, and Bethesda didn't they have a whole along with Blizzard?
It's very much.
I know Blizzard. It was very much that. I don't know if Bethesda did.
I don't know. I was thinking that there was some maybe.
I don't.
No, there was no. It was. They were saying that they was treating women. It was. I think it was Bethesda, Blizzard. They like low key the same company, correct?
Blizzard,
but no, that's Activision Blizzard.
No, Blizzard is like World of Warcraft and.
Well, one of them definitely had like they was doing women.
But I know Blizzard's president he was under fire for.
Yeah, I don't see it.
And then we all saw that.
I do not see anything on Bethesda.
Allegedly, Give me the flashing allegedly. I'm sorry, people.
Gotta give him that.
Musings of a scumbag. But no, we all know that. I know the Blizzard whole thing, but I thought that.
Yeah, it's definitely Blizzard.
Blizzard had a lot of it. People walked out.
But that's just developing. Is as long as we don't get another Vault 76.
I think Todd Howard said we don't make good multiplayer games, so we're gonna stick to what we know. So hopefully that's
leave. I don't know. The Elder Scrolls Online still going, isn't it? I know a couple people.
That's
still
gonna always
very popular,
go on.
especially with the new DLC, and they continue to put new DLC.
I was about to say, I just saw new DLC coming out for it.
Like that franchise is essentially Grand Theft Auto 5. Like it spans consoles. But
oh yeah. Well, there aren't too many, but hopefully better than these Grand Theft Auto remakes that they literally just put Instagram filters on some of the scenes in the games. It was,
but I want to see Skyrim.
You should just play the GTAs on. Go find a PlayStation 1. Go buy one of them mini. Just play it on that. Don't buy these remakes.
My bad, it was 6 times.
They put out Legacy. They put out regular Skyrim, Legacy Edition, Special Edition, VR, Anniversary Edition.
Yep. And we still playing them though.
But
you still load up Skyrim on
That's the problem right there. They force Skyrim down your throat and you still play it. That's the whole problem.
Blame the modders because the modders keep me playing. Legacy of Dragonborn is amazing. Shout out to the modders that made it.
Bro, and with the whole creation club, they keep you in there with making you pay for all the little old nostalgia stuff that really hits us. The millennial generation, you get to, oh, that was a weapon in Oblivion, or oh, that was a weapon in.
I'm gonna tell you all the truth. Everybody,
so they know where
everybody do that. I'm gonna tell y'all the secret. Just wait.
Microsoft transactions.
Just wait 6 months. It'll be free.
Hold on. What you say?
6 months. It'll be free. Just wait on that. Everything Creation Club. It'll be free in 6 months. I'm telling y'all the secret.
It's true. The modders are working. As soon as it hits, modders are on.
Free in 6 months. Actually, it's free on the Creation Club because they just like, hey, free this week. We'll give you something free. And I'm like, shoot, all we had to do is wait. Patience.
But they've got a catalog of like quests and stuff that you have to pay for, which is cool, but it's really kicking a dead horse, but they're making it work. Skyrim's still getting plays.
And then they got
still getting bought fresh copies to this day, or digitally downloaded, however you want to look at it. But that's crazy to think that it's been a decade and people still consistently playing this game.
Oh, fast shiny car.
Skywind is coming out. Skyblivion is coming out.
Hopefully, when we get the next Elder Scrolls, it's lit.
We got Skyblivion, Skywind, all the new Beyond Skyrim games. I mean, all the Beyond Skyrim mods that give you like 40 hours of gameplay that they made they spent 5 years building, and then people are like, why do people still play this game, bro? They built a whole new game in the game. You got
a whole new game.
They made it was a mod that literally took you to like an elven village back and when the world just started and you get kidnapped or something.
I was about to say they have like Lord of the Rings mods for Skyrim. Like you can literally almost any game you could really think of.
On Xbox, not on Xbox.
They've got some kind
PC,
of mode.
I had a One Piece mod when I could do hockey and stretch my hand and punch people like Luffy. So you can do Naruto.
I'm also looking forward to the new Borderlands, not the little Tiny Tina's dungeon, because I think that's just a remake of old DLC.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to see what they do with Borderlands, because Borderlands 3, the stories were mad mixed up in Borderlands. I feel like a lot of stuff just got left out in the in-between once you add in the pre-sequel. So I'm hoping 4 will sort of bring, whenever, I don't even know if there's a release date on Borderlands 4. They're trying to get money off a goddamn remade DLC from Borderlands 2 right now. So
you got Tiny Tina's Wonderlands you can play next year.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just a remake of the old Borderlands 2 DLC. Because that was
It's actually different.
that was literally the old Borderlands 2 DLC. They've just added in some guns and rebuffed the graphics. But I mean, it's cool because I
It's
enjoyed
something.
those. Borderlands 2 is one of my favorite games from the PS3.
It's something.
So
It'll be a while before you get Borderlands 4, bro. So you might as well
I
go ahead and enjoy
know.
some time.
You know what?
I'm gonna I will once because they're only charging like $30 for it to begin with because like I said it's just a DLC remake. So I mean I'm hoping that means because who knows
You know what?
Borderlands is so hit and miss, very much like Bethesda.
You know what mods are cool on Skyrim? When you can turn like the big spiders into like bats.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
you can change the
it to
creatures
bats.
completely.
Speaking of bats, we have 2 movies coming out early next year that they're bat people. We have Morbius
Jared
and
Leto.
we have, of course, Batman. I want to know y'all thoughts on what do y'all think of these predictions of these 2 movies. We know Sony is coming off a real high, $1 billion in 10 days. So they are coming off a real high. They releasing Morbius in January. So it's coming out very soon. The Batman come out in, I think, March. Yeah, March, because that's the time Doctor Strange was supposed to come out.
So only a couple months.
Yeah, so
displaced.
people are looking really forward to these 2 movies. And I want to know what y'all thought prediction. Will they flop? Will they not? Do you trust Sony? Do you trust WB? I don't know your thoughts, Monte.
I always got to throw me under that bus because you know that I'm not hopeful for either one of them movies. I'm going to be real with you. Like DC, I dang near at one point thought they should give up. Like I really just thought they should give up at one point. And this was before
stick to animated series.
Like this was before the Spider-Man movie. I thought they should give up or like start from scratch, like wax all the heroes and just literally start from scratch and try to like actually make a cinematic universe, which it seems like that's what they're doing, but they don't want to fully start over because they're trying to keep a couple of them.
They still want the old work to fall back on.
So it's just like, I get it, but to be fair, I'm not hopeful for either movie. Like me, I already told people I don't like the Batman. I don't like this young Batman, even though like this is Batman when he first got the powers or whatever. Man, look, I don't like neither one. I don't like this whole Batman shtick. I don't like the fact that Riddler is the entire main villain, or at least the only main villain that's being shown. I don't like that. Even though I think I might have seen Penguin or Two-Face. I'm not sure which one I've seen there. I don't like that at all. I really don't. His whole persona as Batman, freaking Claw, and yeah, I'm calling him Claw from Marvel. Freaking Claw from Marvel being Alfred just sticks in my craw. Like that just, oh my God. I'm just like, why him being Alfred of all people? He don't even have the persona look for Alfred. And they have him as Alfred. And I'm just like, I don't like this Batman look. I don't like the overall plot line I'm seeing. I don't like the people that they have playing the main 2 characters. So I'm just like, what is the point? Like, I really don't have any good hope for this movie. Now, Morbius, I got a little bit of better hope for, but I don't think Morbius is just going to be. I don't think it's just going to be groundbreaking. I think it'll be okay. No. It's like, Venom 1. I think it'll just be okay. I don't think it'll be bad or anything. I think it'll be straight. I don't really know what it does for the Sony cinematic universe, I guess to say, because all these are villains. Like Venom is a villain, Morbius is one, but they revolve around Spider-Man. So I don't really know.
Well, Morbius is a Spider-Man character at the end of the day.
Like, unless I see freaking Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield pop up at the end of the Morbius movie, I really don't see the purpose of it other than just making the movie. So I'm just like, I think Morbius be straight, but long term, I really don't know what Sony's going for. That's the only thing. I don't know what they're going for. Like, are you going you put Venom in at the end of this movie? I'd be so confused. I'd be like, so we're gonna get a Venom versus Morbius or a symbiote covered Morbius? I would be so confused. So I really don't know the purpose of this movie. Team up, bro. Okay. I think it'll be okay, but I don't know. And then Batman, and I'm not done with DC, but this Batman one, I'm not weird. I ain't feeling it, bro. I'm just not. Sorry, Batman fans. I ain't feeling it, bro.
Speaking of,
Matter of fact, hot take. The best Batman movie is Batman and Robin, and they should go back with it. We need the bat nipples. That
Yeah.
was the one, and I'm gonna stick to
What?
that until the end.
Yeah, go ahead and get
You know
canceled.
good and well the Dark Knight trilogy is the
I
best.
am there.
You saying Michael Keaton?
No,
Michael
Batman
Keaton.
and Robin.
I like Michael Keaton though.
Is the
I'm gonna
best
be
Batman
hyped when he come back in that Flash movie.
That
The
wasn't
bat
Batman.
nipples were
That
so
wasn't
Michael
funny.
Batman.
Keaton better than Christian Bale though.
The
Michael
bat
Keaton.
nipples
That
were
wasn't the
too
Batman.
funny.
What? He
Yeah,
wasn't?
Michael Keaton was
No.
Batman.
No, not
It's
the
all about
Batman
the
he
bat
talking
nipples, bro.
about. Not the Batman he talking about when they went
It's
against.
all about the
Oh.
bat nipples, bro. It's
When
all
they
about
went
the
He
bat
against
nipples.
wasn't,
Mr.
he
Freeze.
wasn't the Batman and
Who was
Batman and
Batman and
Robin?
Robin? Who was?
No, the one
George-
from
George
Batman
Clooney.
I
Forever.
know
George
good and well
Clooney.
you wasn't talking about this movie.
Oh, it
Monte.
was George
You
Clooney.
made me feel worse. I didn't even know what movie that is terrible, Monte.
I know
forgot
because
George
it's my
Clooney
favorite
was
Batman
Batman
movie.
from
It's
the
the
Stop,
best
real.
one.
In a
It's the
in a
best
very
Batman
bad
movie.
in a very bad Sega Genesis game at that.
Monte told me George Clooney was better than
Awful side scroller.
It is
Peter
the
was terrible.
best
Monte.
Look at
Batman
Joe, the
movie.
best on the mic,
I
connecting
and
the
Monte,
Robin.
I
dots.
could
Quit playing
forgive
with
Michael
his
Said
Keaton.
segue
what I
game.
said.
Me and Tori
Me
couldn't
off.
even imagine
It
you
almost pissed me
saying
off.
George Clooney was the best. We gave you Michael Keaton because I'm like Michael Keaton was good.
I thought you were talking
Well,
about
George
Michael
Clooney
Keaton. I
must
really
ain't no
did.
way,
I was like, you
Dante.
think Michael Keaton? But now you're
No,
trying
he
to
brought
tell me
out
George
George
Clooney
Clooney.
is better than Christian Bale. That's what you're
It
saying
is
to
the
me.
best Batman movie. I said what I said.
Monte's wild. Y'all have fun.
I'm going to
I'm
ask
gonna
you.
let him. I ain't got. I don't mess with Batman either, but I ain't gonna
Christian
say
Bale
that.
was amazing.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, the
ask
funny
you.
thing about it, y'all might think I'm lying. I promise. I done told my friends this exact thing. They just said
George
I'm crazy. No,
Clooney?
Batman and
I
Robin
didn't
is
even
the
know
best
George
Batman
I
movie.
knew
Clooney
it,
was
but I just
Batman.
forgot that movie was terrible.
It's
I
the best
forgot about
Batman
it.
movie, bro.
I forgot that completely.
It is the best Batman movie.
That movie came out when I was young enough to where my parents didn't think I was weird for tying my a towel, a drying off towel around my neck with the lights
It
on.
came out in like '96, I think,
97?
wasn't it?
It was
Wasn't it
97.
95 or
97.
96?
Yeah, it's the
Monte.
90s, like late 90s.
97. So yeah,
Or
I
even-
was like 4.
Monte,
No, I was
Monte,
5.
this movie got
Listen,
a
I was
12%
5
on
in
Rotten Tomatoes.
97. So
The audience,
It's a bad movie.
Yeah, because only
Bruh.
12% of people could understand it's good.
12%, Monte. You're saying that's the best?
Only 12% of people could
Monte, the
understand it's good.
audience score was
That was
audience
against
score is
Okay.
like 8%.
Arnold
Oh.
Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze.
Okay, I
And he
remember,
played
I
such a
remember that.
good Mr. Freeze. That's why Mr.
I
Freeze ain't came
remember
back to the
that.
Batman movies now. Because he was wonderful. That's why they ain't came back now.
All right, let's go.
Oh, is this?
Go bring back Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. We don't need George Clooney as Batman again.
We need the bat nipples. I said what I said, man.
That movie was terrible.
Hey,
And
If that's the hill you want to stand on,
let's go
brother,
with
I'm
some
with you.
positivity.
This nigga
The
don't-
movie
I'm rubbing,
was
off,
great.
I'm rubbing off on Monte. We got nipple. He's standing on the nipple hill. Y'all better quit playing with this man.
It's great, man. Batman and Robin is the best
need-
Batman movie. I said what I said. Dark Knight comes second, but it is
We
the best
need
Batman
some positivity from
Okay.
Joe. So Joe, give us some positivity on Morbius and Batman because Joe is a
Yeah.
glass half filled type of guy.
Morbius and Batman.
Yeah, I'm with you on. I'm with you on exactly what you're saying, though, man. I'm going to be glass half full on Batman because it's the same reason why I like the Matrix Resurrection. I enjoyed the
Ugh.
cerebral.
They've
aspect.
been trashing that movie.
They can trash it all they want to. I'm more curious about the world now that is the Matrix and that is not the Matrix. I'm very curious.
I've only seen clips. I ain't going front. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I've watched all the other Matrix multiple times, so I mean, I'm sure I'll check it out and we'll see. But as far as critics go, it's been taking a beating.
That's fine. So let me finish my point. So it's a cerebral movie. It's explaining what's going on. I'm very intrigued to see if there's a way. I mean, the machine started working with humans. Are they going to rebel? Will the world start to become? I'm intrigued about that. I didn't give a damn about them doing no bullet time, no special stunts or nothing, because we know Keanu wasn't here for it. We know he's been doing John Wick stuff, but he gets older every year now, y'all. So don't forget that. So I'm intrigued.
But that's what the hype
with
came
that.
in off of, though.
So with that being
Was John
said,
Wick kind of.
ain't nobody worry about that. What I'm trying to say is this: is we are in a culture now where we are playing a cerebral movie game. That's where James Bond got better, is because he started becoming more cerebral. It wasn't about him just, oh, he's wrecking a BMW again, or it wasn't about that. It started becoming a cerebral game, and I believe that you giving us Batman and letting him do what Batman the detective does and solve stuff. I don't care about him fighting a whole bunch of security guards as he goes to confront somebody. What I do care about is I care about Batman trying to figure stuff out and be a detective. And it looks like that's where this one is going. So I have high hopes for this one. And when they first announced that it would be Robert Pattinson, it's like I can't get Edward out of my head. I can't get him out of my head. Him running around with that girl that like that wolf, but he's a vampire. I can't get that. I couldn't get that out of my head when I first saw it. But I have high hopes for that. It'll have a great story, and it'll have some cerebral parts, and they got to figure stuff out. I'm here for it. You see Batman in the background, I believe in him. And then as far as Morbius goes, so just one more time to make sure I'm not mistaken, so I can make sure that I'm saying the right thing. This is Sony's Morbius, yes, right? Not Disney's Morbius. With that being said, we got to figure out if he's going to be attached to a Spider-Man that we know. If he is, cool. But if he's not, are they saying it's the Venomverse, where it's that's a Morbius thing. So if that's what happens, you got to understand they're going to have the same plot. So Venom does some things, and the other guy wants the thing that Venom is, and they fight at the end. Boom. But that opens the door for Morbius has this thing that makes people better and cures them and gives them powers, and some rich asshole wants the same thing. That's the fight at the end. That's the plot right there. If I leave it up to Sony, I believe that's what'll happen. So I don't have high hopes for Morbius because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. He's going to have to fight a quote unquote doppelganger of himself, just like Sony's been doing with Venom. You had an excuse with Carnage, but the first time it's like, no, I'm rich, and I need to accidentally get hit with this symbiote. So high hopes for Batman. I see a very low ceiling for Morbius. Because at this point, I don't know. Sony has the rights to these characters, but they don't know what to do.
As long as it's not new X-Men.
Let's go with the opposite. Let's ask Tor your thoughts, because I know he's a Jared Leto stan.
Oh, you already know. Miss Me with Batman even as Robert Pattinson. It's not flying. I think that Robert Pattinson, they're gonna have a cute nigga showdown. It's gonna be Jared Leto and Robert Pattinson.
Fighting. I think
Morbius is gonna edge it out with the grit. Gonna be a lot of leathers. He's gonna play up to a lot of white women. They're gonna spend a lot of money on movie tickets.
He's trying to be funny, by the way. He's trying to be funny in these trailers. So let's keep that. Wait, he does know better. He did say that in the trailer.
I don't think Morbius is intended to be some big franchise maker, though. I feel like Morbius is very much gonna be like a movie that just so there's something to fill that quarter. You know what I mean? Which doesn't mean it's gonna be a bad movie. I feel like it has, because Morbius is a character. There's some little nuanced stuff they could do that I could see working in a movie, and we'll see how it plays out. And like everybody else said, it depends on where he fits in. Is he gonna fit in? Is Sony, are Sony and Marvel so connected as we so feel after Spider-Man that we could get a Spider-Man cameo in Morbius? Could that happen? I think that could change a lot just for it being, if you want to throw it into this Marvel multiverse canon, I feel like it's automatically going to bring it to a new level. I feel like there's a lot more pressure on Batman because this is sort of DC's 15th shot at getting a
Shot
movie
at
right.
Yes,
It's-
yes, man. Yes, that's
It's
the stat right there.
You know what I mean?
Sony just had a W.
So, yeah, like, bro, they just had a big old win. And, bro, for like I said, for the sake of just getting how much money would it break in if you tie Morbius into Spider-Man? And Morbius you could tie him into Spider-Man logically. Like, he can be from New York, just like he is in Spider-Man. This cave can be in some far off place. He could have been somewhere else during this. I mean, we saw the way they tried to do it with the Eternals on Marvel's side, which I don't know how we just didn't do anything plays out in the whole. But if it depends on how they work it. It depends on I guess it depends on how close Sony and Marvel really are. I mean, because it feels like after Spider-Man, they're super close, in my opinion. Like, I feel like you're forever connected after making a movie like that.
I don't
because the lead up has been years from them. Because I mean, I just feel like it's an easy tie-in. Not saying that they could go the Venom route. I mean, in a way, they sort of tied Venom into the whole Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So 6 degrees of separation. I mean, just to get the residual heat, I could see them do it. I don't know though, but I don't. Like I said, I don't feel like Morbius is supposed to be like this big franchise-making blockbuster. You know what I mean? It has a filler-esque feel to me, which is nothing wrong with that. You got to put out a product. So I mean, if it's good, I mean, I'm gonna watch it because Jared Leto he sold me in the Morbius look. I was like, this nigga looks like a Batman, not Batman.
All right. I can't give this no win for Sony like the recent Spider-Man movie. That's not Sony. I refuse to just give that
intellectual property is a big thing of you know what I mean?
Yeah, properties, and we've shown over the course of 5 movies that they cannot do a successful trilogy. Well, I can say they can't. They could not do a successful trilogy. That is Marvel. That's a win for Marvel. That is not a win for Sony. Sony proved.
But I'm saying, you don't think the movie connected them? You don't feel like just from the stamp alone? Because, like I said, it doesn't happen without Sony.
They can connect all they want, but that's not a win for. That's a win for Sony. In fact, that they got paid
financially. It's a win for them. Financially, it's a big win for them.
But a win as though I have faith in them now to make movies? Heck no.
Well, no. I have faith in them having the ability to ask for help now, though.
And we'll see in Morbius.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's
exactly what I'm saying. We'll see, but I don't expect it to be some big blockbuster. I feel like there's more pressure on the Batman side of things because it's Batman.
My thing is right now.
But I learned from Venom 2.
George Clooney played Batman as I was, you know what I mean? George Clooney, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. These are all top-notch actors. Yeah. So.
But I learned from.
I don't know if I'm putting Robert Pattinson in. What has he done besides Twilight?
I don't know.
Because I really don't know. But he's been a Batman before. He was a vampire. So, I mean, maybe he hits it out of the park.
I don't know. I just learned from Venom 2. Sony ain't gotten no better than making movies.
Nope. No. I liked parts of Venom 2 though. I stand by that. There were parts of Venom 2 that I enjoyed. The movie as a whole was not the best, but there were parts that I felt were cool. Like I said, I'm gonna watch either tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna watch The Matrix. So we'll see. Because like I said, I'm a fan of the story of The Matrix as a whole. I feel like it's super interesting. So the fact that people have trashed it so thoroughly, I just hope they don't rely too heavily on the nostalgia factor. I like a little advancing here and there. So,
my point on it is, if Morbius is not linked to MCU, I don't know how it's gonna work. Because Morbius is also linked to Blade.
It would make sense if he was. So they've got a little alley oop if they
Morbius is
decide to
linked to
take the
Blade
shot.
too. He can be like linked to like the Dark Avengers. He can
Yeah.
be linked to a lot of different stuff.
Hmm.
If he just linked to nobody and just Venom, it's gonna be weird.
How wide are they taking
If
the
it-
multiverse? That's a good question because, like I said, if they're going super wide, I mean, you need auxiliary characters, and nothing's better than an auxiliary
I
character
have
with
no
a
clue
backstory.
what universe this movie in because he mentions Venom, but he also sees Michael Keaton Vulture. I guess that's Vulture. I don't know if that's Vulture or not, but Vulture is in the MCU. So if it's Vulture, I'm like, he's in the MCU, and he mentions Venom, so I'm confused. Is that like just a trick of the thing? If he's
Yeah.
linked to MCU, like I said, you can do a lot of cool stuff with Blade. You can do stuff with the Dark Avengers. You can do like a lot of stuff like that. But if it's just linked to Venom,
Blade's so amazing. If they redo Blade, I hope they
I
do
don't
it
know
right.
what you would be linked to. So we gonna get
Because he's a Spider-Man character originally, correct? I'm fairly
Yeah, but
sure.
he's a,
Morbius?
Morbius. Morbius is a Spider-Man
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
right? That's
Just
where he
like-
started.
Yeah, 100%. He took
So,
his
I mean-
girl from me.
Yep, I was about to say because I remember in the animated series he had the teal turtleneck under the black coat. Real fashion statement of the '90s, y'all.
They loved him. He used to blood suck with them hands.
I was about to say, and then he had the crazy suction cups on his hands,
Yeah, man.
stealing plasma bio lifestyle.
That was top tier animation.
Hey, it was lit. Good memories. Good memories.
Absolutely. That Morbius saga was serious.
Morbius
Yeah,
is
bro.
also linked to Human
They were-
Torch and other people too. So you have stories with them.
I was going to say Fantastic Four.
X-Men.
Everyone's eyeballing Craven the Hunter. Everyone wants a Craven the Hunter movie. Morbius came in during Craven. Morbius and Craven have crossed paths before, so
They have.
you can get a little subtle teaser in there.
I mean, it's
Only if you give me Spider-Man with Craven. I don't care about Craven and Morbius. If you gonna give me Morbius,
But are you down
Craven.
if they give Craven his own movie? Or does he need to just
I
be a
need Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
I don't care about Craven.
Look,
I need
okay,
Spider-Man.
that's what I was asking. I was asking, are you wanting an actual movie or are you just wanting
I
him
don't
as
know
a
what Craven
villain?
does outside of chase
Villain.
X-Men and Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He hunt
hunting
the
boys
heroes in
down.
Marvel. Like that's all he does. like who's gonna
He gets paid
who
well.
he gonna hunt Morbius? Like
I mean, that's
all
possibility.
tie-in.
I ain't gonna watch that
tie-in.
movie.
I'm
I'm
like, but
not
who
gonna
he's
watch that
gonna
movie.
hunt? I'm trying to see
not gonna-
who's some villains in the Spider-Man universe that's like huntable. Like I know Wolverine and Sabretooth.
Oh, you want to be honest with that? You could hunt the lizard. You could hunt the. Let me think who else.
I guess Rhino.
Scorpion, Vulture. I mean, if you wanted to get down to animal
Vulture will be in the
subtext,
MCU, right?
Black Cat,
Vulture be in the MCU.
Well, I'm not
Rhino.
gonna sit here and watch Craven hunt down other enemies. Like no,
No,
it's
I
not
don't
a
want to
movie.
see. I don't want to see heel versus
Craven
heel
hunts
action
down
either.
Wolverine,
But
even Saber. The only villain I would
he
care about
has-
him hunting would be Sabretooth because I think that'd be fun. But Sabretooth is MCU.
But then how do you got to get mutants in though? And I don't know. The Dark Phoenix ruined Sony and mutants for me. That movie, I was like, you guys just need to give up any rights you have to the X-Men.
So
It's just
Disney
bad.
owns all of it now. So
They did.
They did. I was gonna say, and they did. They did. They were like, here, we can't. Same with Fantastic Four. After you get so many shots, it's time to hand it over to somebody who can figure it out.
Here's my suggestion. My suggestion is let Disney handle the movies, and Sony make the games. They're amazing. You make amazing games.
Very
I
true.
love the Spider-Man
Very true.
game.
Spider-Man
No,
was
just-
lit.
Let's just do that. Just let's handle the cinematics, and then y'all just make the game, and then we can all profit.
I mean, look at the pop that came when the Green Goblin hit a power bomb from the game, bro. Like that whole fight sequence that came from the game was all people could talk about there for a hot second. From the movie, they were like, the fight scene was so good. It was like, yeah.
By the way, did y'all know
So-
Spider-Man video game spoiled Aunt May passing away.
Boy,
If you go to the graveyard,
I didn't know
if you
that,
like
no.
get close to beating the game, you go to the graveyard, it will literally say Aunt May on the gravestone, on the game.
obviously,
Super
because she passed
tie-ins.
away in the game.
Spoilers. It's
Go
still a
home, Joe, man.
spoiler.
Yeah.
By
Ruined
the
it
way,
before
shout out
he...
to. By the way, it's so many little things in that Spider-Man movie that I can't wait till it come out on like Disney Plus or whatever, because it's like little things that they say in the old movie that you don't pay attention to. I sent y'all a TikTok.
Oh yeah, so many.
I sent y'all the TikTok where Doc Ock was like, "You're Peter Parker." Hunter said, "You're brilliant, but lazy." He's like, "I'm trying to do better." And then he says, "Peter, how have you been?" "I'm trying to do better." I'm like, that's kind of lit that they like took certain parts of the movie. By the way, John Watts has gave me hope in Fantastic Four also.
Bro.
John Watts is, again, I had to bring that up.
I'm surprised they didn't capitalize on the Hulk sooner. I feel like the Hulk's the only Marvel property they really gave a palate cleanser moment. Like that, you got that one horrible Edward Norton Hulk movie, and then Avengers only.
Well,
and now
Universal
we're
kind of
getting...
got a problem with that, so they have to work with Universal to do that. So that's why you don't see solo
But
Hulk
hopefully
movies
it's
that
good.
much. But that might be changing after they seen Spider-Man make $1 billion. Universal might be like, you can make us $1 billion too. We ain't really made $1 billion in a minute. You know what I mean?
I don't know if a solo Hulk
The
movie
Hulk
sells,
needs
though.
good side characters though, because if you're going to give a movie with mostly just Hulk action, you're not going to get much dialogue in that way. So you got to have the right side characters for a Hulk movie. I feel
Hulk is
like.
coming.
Because the people want Mad Hulk action, but they're still gonna want the dialogue too.
It's
so.
World War Hulk is rumored to be
the...
coming, so we'll see how that works if they adapt it right.
But I need the Illuminati first. I need the Illuminati before you give me World War Hulk. Because how else are we sending him? I mean, I know there's other ways to send him off into space, but just think about that whole sentence. The Illuminati sent Hulk to outer space because he was too strong. That's lit. That's a lit sentence.
Probably they already did half of the story in Thor.
Yeah, they have done a good portion of it. Aside from the whole him finding a family, and then you get to add in the sons of the Hulk.
Quick
and
question
all that.
before we get off, because we about to get off the show. Been on for an hour. Monte, Uniqo, Tori, how do y'all feel about the rumored change of Miss Marvel's superpower? Just real quick, so yeah, it's gonna be more like they said it's gonna be more Green Lantern-ish, wishy, instead of stretch, because they do not want her stretch powers. Yeah,
more constructs.
They won't because Mr. Fantastic about to show up, so they don't want 2 elastic people showing up in 2 years.
Yeah, they don't want 2 stretchers.
What I'm thinking they're gonna do is make it like she stretch, but it's more like the Green Lantern stretch. She polymorphs,
so she can like change more, like she can change the shape as she stretches instead of just being able to stretch.
Like more like a polymorphing way rather than just stretching.
Because Kamala Khan, she's sort of iconic at this point, so you don't want to just do her dirt ball.
I think they got to do some polymorphic way, because that's her whole character. Wanting to look like Carol Danvers is her whole beginning. Wanting to be more white leaning is the story of how she became. It's okay to be me, and so they have to tell that story. So I still think it's gonna end up being polymorphic. It just is not gonna be the stretchy way. It's gonna be more, I got these like Green Lantern like powers.
Just more change.
More like Green Lantern. You won't see my face type deal. I hope they just don't not tell that story, because that's important.
I was wondering how that'd work out, because if you want to put 2 extra stretchy people, because she's basically in the comic book, she got the same power set as Mr. Fantastic.
She can just change her face, degree, so she can just change her face. I can see why you think. She can look like somebody else.
She can switch. Yeah. She can actually mold.
I'll tell y'all thoughts. You and Joe thoughts.
I just wait to see it, man.
I ain't gonna lie. She ain't that important to me. So I really don't care what she do.
Hey.
Also,
Do not
okay.
look. You gonna have the goddamn. You gonna have a whole. Kamala Khan was a proud Muslim sister representing in the superhero community.
Hey, but I like
Isn't she? I might have just
Miss
misrepresented
Marvel,
her.
so it's kind of cool. Her character. I thought it was always an interesting story to how people deal with how Marvel attack like race issue.
I was gonna say it's a good
But they
coming
gotta
of
tell
age
the story. If they try to skip the story to try to make it important in other ways, it won't work. So hopefully it's,
She get her own show in
so
the summer, so we'll see.
Disney Plus really. Hawkeye was fun to me. It was more. It was less serious. I actually enjoyed Marvel being less serious because lately it's been like the multiverse is in danger.
which is cool because Hawkeye's not a super serious
Like, because
character.
the last few things is like the world is finna end or something. So I'm like, yo, we got just people running around making jokes, doing like a buddy cop thing. I'm like, I'm cool with that. So I guess that's how they can probably defeat. I guess that's how they can defeat maybe the what we call the being tired of Marvel movie. Just give us some like comedy show that's not important, just to watch and enjoy randomly. Even though it's Marvel, it just feel different. So I hope they keep doing it. Okay, up top we got Mate. Any last word before we get out of here?
Buy the merch.
Uniqo.
Get the vaccine.
Tor.
Let's go. You already know. Local neighborhood scumbag. Afro Comedy 765 on everything. I agree with you, Nico. Go get vaccinated, people. Save lives. It ain't gonna kill you. I promise. It didn't kill me.
And we out. This is
Buy the merch.
This is Just a Fan. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. See y'all next week. 2022, we going crazy. A bunch of different stuff, a bunch of fun stuff. You'll see me and Joe a lot more on the content channel. You see me on the sports channel. You'll see all kinds. You see Kid Credit Player doing his thing on the sports channel. 2022, we going crazy. I hope y'all have a good New Year's. And we're out. Peace.